behind us, we have the best car for $500,000 in Jailbreak.
And the best option is the
Eclaire.
Roadster.
Wait, what? So the end objective of this video is that you, the viewer, has kind of an understanding of what you're going to do when you hit 600k. Now, this is going to be split up into 3 segments. It's going to be my opinion, the community's opinion, and finally, I'll do a bit of a performance test at the end if you really want to go into specifics. Without further ado, let's get into it. I prefer the Eclaire. I think it is way better. Now listen, the Roadster may boast a great launch and acceleration, but the Eclaire more than makes up for what you're sacrificing with its higher top speed and more stylish design. Now, the Roadster is a good car, don't get me wrong, but for me, it just starts to feel really bland on the road after a while of driving it, meaning that if I'm looking for speed at the 600k price range, I'd much rather go for a car like the Eclaire because it's got so much more personality and the customization options, it's literally got nearly everything in the game. I've never outright disliked the Roadster, but it's such a boring drive, and I don't just drive for looks, but the Eclaire kind of is able to bring in looks while also keeping the Roadster's high level performance and even outdoing it in top speed. So to be honest, I can take that sacrifice of launch and acceleration if it means to use a car that I consider much better. So yeah, my opinion, Eclaire. Let's get on to the community. Okay, so this is me in post-edit. It was really not close. So if you couldn't tell, the Jailbreak community is kind of split about this debate. So the trend here is that the group of more experienced players that I found on JBOS generally preferred the Eclaire. In fact, all of them did. Now, the Roadster is a car that gets commonly looked down upon because, you know, when it gets dragged into the debate, the one thing it has is launch and acceleration. It can't keep a higher top speed, and stylistically, the Eclaire is much better. In-game, a lot of people who are getting into Jailbreak or just have seen a few videos about it, they generally flock to the Roadster because it gets such a good rep in those videos, like, oh, what should you buy? Because it's seen as just this amazing car for the price, just purely off that launch and acceleration. I cannot emphasize this enough. If you really want a car just for launch and accel, go for the Roadster. But everything else, and I'm gonna emphasize this, everything else the Eclaire can do better. Launch and acceleration is a stat that shines. It can make a bad car look like a great car, you know, even if the other stats aren't that great. And that kind of reflects on the community's opinion of the Roadster, which, I mean, hey, the top speed is also, it's decent, which I guess, you know, that plus the top speed is really all you need, which is, I guess, why beginner players really like it. But yeah, that's kind of the community divide between these two cars. Finally, we've got the performance test. Okay, so immediately the Roadster pulls away for the first marker right here, because the Roadster immediately will jump to this kind of speed, but way quicker. And then, okay, well, it just kind of showcases that over time the Roadster shoots up, but the Eclaire, you know, it has definitely taken over. Alright, 23.346 and 26.180. I don't know why I changed that.